With the Queensland election just around the corner, let's go through what voters can expect on October 31st and who is in the running for state leader. First up, Anastasia Palaszczuk, the current Queensland Premier who is the leader of the Labor Party. The 51-year-old may have had a regular upbringing in Brisbane's suburb of Durack, but has led a fascinating life as an adult, including a stint helping out former British PM Tony Blair in the year before his big 1997 election win and following American President Bill Clinton on the campaign trail in 1992. She's a graduate in Arts and Law from the University of Queensland and also happens to have a Masters of Arts degree from the London School of Economics, which boasts among its alumni one of the world's richest men, George Soros, former US President John F. Kennedy and rock and roller Mick Jagger. Palaszczuk has been married twice with no children. She won her seat in Inala in 2006 after her dad Henry retired after a long career which included a stint as Minister for Agriculture. She became Opposition Leader in 2012 and Premier in 2015 and has run a centre-left government which has made social issues something of the priority. On to the Lmp Opposition Leader now. 49-year-old Deb Frecklington still sees herself as a country girl after growing up on a cattle property at Gillagooba on the Western Downs before studying law as a mature-age student at the University of Southern Queensland. She then pursued a successful law career in Kingaroy with Kelly and Frecklington solicitors, specialising in family and property law. She was elected to the seat of Nanango in 2012 in the Campbell-Newman-led landslide. Frecklington is married to her husband Jason and they have 3 kids. She is a centre-right politician and is supportive of smaller government and private enterprise, while retaining a particular passion for agriculture and holding a belief in gender equality, while declining to refer to herself as a feminist. Over to Katter's Australia Party now. 43-year-old Robbie Carter is the leader of the party with just 3 members in the House, but has won some admiration and respect over the last 3 years for his ability to work with both parties in gaining benefits for his core constituency, which is regional Queensland. Mr Caddo, who went to high school at Mount Carmel, now Columbia Catholic College in Charters Towers, started working life as a miner in Mount Isa and was a talented rugby league football player who once played in the feeder team for the Cowboys in Townsville. After a stint on the Mount Isa Council, he won the seat of Mount Isa, now Traeger, in 2012, with a then-fledgling KAP established by his father Bob, the federal member for Kennedy. He heads a socially conservative party based on regional development, agriculture, and the reinvigoration of domestic manufacturing industry. To the Greens Party now, 39-year-old Michael Berkman is the leader of the Greens Party and the member for the Brisbane seat of Maiwar. He is the sole Green MP in the Parliament and heads a left-wing party determined to increase representation this election, especially in the seat of South Brisbane now represented by former Labor Treasurer Jackie Trad. Berkman is a former lawyer and father of 3 who worked in the Environmental Defender's Office in Brisbane before winning Maiwar in 2017. He has a comprehensive set of policies he will present to the electorate, including 100% renewables generating power by 2030, phasing out coal mining and increasing expenditure on public health. Over to something fairly new now. Jason Costigan is a former journalist and rugby league football commentator who heads the North Queensland First Party, dedicated to the establishment of a North Queensland state. The member for Whitsunday aims to separate North Queenslanders from the rest of the state to give them more of a fighting chance away from the southeast. And finally, the member for the seat of Morani, Steve Andrew, is the first MP of South Sea Islander heritage to win a seat in state parliament and represents Pauline Hanson's One Nation party. One Nation, headed by Pauline Hanson, has been a feature of Queensland political life for nearly 1/4 of a century and will field several candidates in the state election.